Let's set the scene. It's 7 a.m. You wake up feeling ambitious, or maybe just catastrophically bored. Either way, today is the day you attempt the impossible. Drinking 100 cans of energy drinks in 24 hours. Why? Good question. Maybe it's for the glory, maybe it's for science, or maybe it's because you secretly want to find out what a heart attack feels like. You crack open the first can. The hiss of carbonation is satisfying, the first sip is sweet, and within minutes, the caffeine starts to kick in. Your brain is flooded with adenosine blockers, the chemicals that prevent you from feeling tired. Congratulations! You've officially hacked your central nervous system. 1 can down, and you feel good. 2 cans? Even better. By the time you finish your 5th can, it's been 30 minutes, and you're bouncing off the walls, literally. Your heart rate has increased from a chill 70 beats per minute to a rapid 100. Not life-threatening yet, but if your Fitbit could talk, it would start asking questions. But hey, you're just getting started. Hour 2. Caffeine overload. You're 15 cans deep. That's around 2,400 milligrams of caffeine. More than 10 cups of coffee. By this point, your hands are trembling, not because you're cold, but because your central nervous system is in overdrive. Your brain is firing off neurons like it's trying to win a laser tag tournament. You feel amazing. You also feel like you could punch through a wall. Your pupils dilate. Your blood pressure rises. Your body starts pumping out adrenaline because it thinks you're in danger. Technically, it's right. Hour 4. The cardiovascular roller coaster. 40 cans in. That's 6,400 milligrams of caffeine. A number that should be reserved for fictional action heroes and maybe Zeus. By now, your heart is working overtime. It's racing at 160 beats per minute, which is about the same speed it would hit if you were being chased by a bear. Except you're not running. You're sitting on your couch. Blood is rushing to your muscles, your breathing is shallow, and you're sweating profusely. Why? Because your body has been tricked into thinking you're in a fight-or-flight situation. Meanwhile, your kidneys are screaming. They've been working double shifts to flush out all the excess liquid, electrolytes, and other chemicals. At this rate, you're peeing every 10 minutes, and it feels like you're made entirely of caffeine and regret. Hour 6. The caffeine ceiling. 60 cans down. At this point, you're no longer consuming energy drinks. You're committing a crime against your own body. You've ingested nearly 10,000 milligrams of caffeine, well above the lethal dose for most people. 10,000 milligrams is where the FDA would politely suggest you cut it out. Your hands are shaking uncontrollably. You can't focus. Your heart is pounding so hard that if you lay down, you can see your chest physically thumping. Your stomach is a bubbling cauldron of acid, churning in protest. The high sugar content of these drinks is spiking your blood sugar to dangerous levels. And your pancreas is pumping out insulin like it's running a fire drill. Oh, and let's not forget the nausea, because your body is trying to send you a very clear message. Stop, please. We're begging you. Hour 10. When caffeine becomes a hallucination. 90 cans. At this point, your body is less of a temple and more of a haunted house. Your heart is hitting speeds of 180 beats per minute, dangerously close to what's known as ventricular fibrillation, a potentially fatal condition where your heart essentially starts twitching instead of pumping. Your muscles are twitching, your eyes are bloodshot, and now you're starting to hallucinate. Why? Because when your central nervous system is pushed this hard, it struggles to differentiate between reality and imagination. Lights look too bright. Sounds seem distant and distorted. You might even hear voices, possibly your own internal organs begging for mercy. Your body is dehydrated because energy drinks are diuretics, pulling water out of your system faster than you can replace it. Your blood has thickened slightly due to dehydration, making your heart work even harder. Your liver and kidneys are waving little white flags. Hour 12. The crash that never comes. Most people hit a caffeine crash a few hours after consuming energy drinks. But you don't get to crash. You've built a caffeine skyscraper so tall that there is no ground anymore. Your heart continues to pound violently. Your breathing is rapid and shallow. You're sweating, shaking, and your head is pounding. Sleep? Forget it. Your body has forgotten what that is. Even closing your eyes feels impossible. Your nervous system is in such a heightened state that if someone dropped a pen across the room, you might have a panic attack. Hour 18. The point of no return. 100 cans. It happened. You did it. Technically. But there's no sense of accomplishment. Only survival. You're trembling violently. You've likely vomited multiple times by now, because your stomach lining is furious. Your heart is desperately trying to stabilize itself, fluttering dangerously close to a full-blown heart attack. The electrolyte imbalance caused by this much caffeine and liquid is throwing your entire system out of whack. Your muscles are cramping. Your brain is foggy. Your hands are cold because blood flow is being redirected to your vital organs. You feel exhausted but wired at the same time. Like your body wants to sleep, but your heart refuses to slow down. This is caffeine toxicity, and it's not just uncomfortable. It can be fatal. Hour 24. The aftermath. You made it to 24 hours. You survived, but it feels like you lost. Your body is wrecked. Your heart is still beating faster than it should. You're severely dehydrated. Your nervous system is fried. The caffeine withdrawal waiting for you over the next few days is going to be brutal. Headaches, fatigue, irritability, the whole package. Worst of all, you didn't even get superpowers, unless you count being able to see your own heartbeat through your chest. So, what happens if you drink 100 energy drinks in one day? You don't. Or rather, you shouldn't. Because in the end, your body is a finely tuned biological machine, not a garbage disposal for caffeine. Treat it well, or it might just turn on you.